Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid, My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Real Madrid bought Carlo Ancelotti, talked Rodrygo, Militão, Modrić, Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland ahead of Real Madrid versus Mallorca clash on Saturday evening. We are going to be detailing you through that on this episode as we progress, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. Following their UEFA Champions League encounter against Manchester City, Real Madrid will revert their attention to La Liga as they face off against Mallorca on Saturday evening. With Barcelona not very far in the table, the Clásico coming up next, Real Madrid cannot afford to slip up and must avoid getting distracted by the Manchester City clash coming up in less than a week. On the eve of the game, Carlo Ancelotti addressed the media in his customary press conference, providing an update on the fitness situation of some players, including Rodrygo, who did not train with the team. Kicking things off by detailing what kind of contest he expects against Mallorca, the Real Madrid manager said, "A difficult one, competitive, hard-fought, against an opponent with an extraordinary collective attitude. It will be intense. We will try to match what our opponents do very well, which is commitment." There were questions about the availability of Rodrygo after he did not train with the team. There were also doubts over whether Militão will be able to play. Answering those questions, Carlo Ancelotti said, "The whole squad will be available and the priority is tomorrow, not the clash versus Manchester. We will have a lot to stake. But like all teams, we remain confident and tomorrow is vital." When further propped about Militão, who has not started a game in nearly 250 days, the Italian tactician replied, "I repeat what I said, they are all available and tomorrow I will put out the best team. Militão is also available." Ancelotti then provided an update on the situation of Luka Modrić, who continues to shine in the limited minutes he gets, stating, "I see him well physically, no matter when I put him. It is a good moment for him. That is what I think. The physicality he is on is very fine." There have been concerns growing about Jude Bellingham's recent performances and lack of goals, but Ancelotti waved those off by saying, "His goal scoring rate has slowed down, but he has been a great surprise. He is doing his job, which is more of a midfielder, but football-wise he is doing very well. He is not lacking anything, just the goals, which will come back sooner rather than later." Apart from Jude Bellingham, some other big names, players like Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, also failed to shine on the big stage in the UEFA quarterfinals this week. When asked for his opinion on that, Ancelotti replied, calm down. It may be that the first leg they didn't give their best versions, but there are other games coming, and watch out for the three names you just mentioned." The manager also commented on the situation of Captain Nacho Fernandez by saying, "He has played a lot of games and he is Nacho, always reliable, but when you play so much you can also make more mistakes. He is a player with a lot of confidence and personality. He has been useful and will continue to be useful," the manager said. On whether he had given much thought to what happened in the game against Manchester City, Ancelotti replied, "No, I haven't. The good thing about football is that everyone has a say. The bad thing is that there is an examination. If I take a medical exam, they will say come back in September. But in football, it is not like that. Anyone can have an opinion. Real Madrid's physical level and intensity appeared to drop in the second half against Manchester City this week, but Ancelotti insisted that everything was okay with his players by saying, "The physical sensations are very good, and although in the second half we dropped off a bit, we had the 2-1 lead and we were looking to manage it, nothing more, but physicality, they are all fine." Having changed the position of Rodrygo and Vinicius against Manchester City, Ancelotti hinted that the system might be there to stay, saying, "Maybe Vinicius Jr. is very humble and he has understood that this system can be good for the team. Playing more on the inside, it is something I have spoken to both of them and they were in agreement." On whether he will continue using Aurelien Tchouameni in defense, Ancelotti said, "Well, he's one more resource we have, but always bearing in mind that he's a great pivot." Finally, Ancelotti was asked if it would be big risk to put Militão on the field against dangerous forwards like Vedat Muriqi and Sile Larin. After his lengthy layoff, in response, the Real Madrid boss said, "It is a thought we have in our heads, but if I see a player well, I don't think about the minute he has played or the time he has been out. I put someone in a Champions League final who was coming off an injury and I did it because I saw him well. The question is whether he is available," the manager said, as quoted by RS. Understand that Real Madrid head into tomorrow's clash 8 points off rivals FC Barcelona, who now sit second in the table after an impressive run of form, who has seen Xavi Hernandez's side lose 0 games after the 5-3 defeat by Villarreal. Tomorrow's clash is set to be very vital for the Merengues in their pursuit of the 36th La Liga champion. So Real Madrid will have to be very clinical in the final third, something in which they have lacked in recent times. As we earlier said, Jude Bellingham, who has been their main poacher of the season, lacking form in front of goal, is the worst feeling Real Madrid can carry into the game, amid he finally plays, as Ancelotti might try to rest players for the Manchester City clash. There are also thoughts of Arda Güler starting on the night, as they will look to rest players. So it is left to be seen how Carlo Ancelotti lines up his squad to take on Mallorca. We all hope it is a positive result, as it will go a long way in helping the team win their 36th La Liga title. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.